welcome back to the Art Shack. Hope you had a great weekend. I want to go back over what we talked about last week. This year in art, or the Art Shack, we are focusing on doing your job. Remember, your number one job is to be an artist and a student. So when you walk in that door, you have control over your body, your words, your thoughts. I want you to think like an artist. That is your number one job when you come to see me. And then thinking like an artist, you'll make great art, but you'll also think about the other artists in the studio and how you interact with them and how you interact with me, the art expert of the room. So remember, doing your job has a lot to do with showing respect and kindness, taking care of our supplies, taking care of each other, and focusing on your job. If it's not your job, you don't need to do it. But you have a lot of other jobs to stay busy with to help me and to have a great day in here. So we want to review a little bit. Every time you come to art, I have to give you a grade. Every day you have a daily participation grade, but I also grade you on some of your major projects that we're working on. So one of the ways we use to grade you is what we call the finger count. And if you've been here in art with us, or PE, or music, you know about the finger count. You are held responsible for your own grade, and when you come in that door, you have a 4. So you start off with the best grades you can have, and your challenge is to keep it. Now, if we have to speak to you, we have to remind you of what your job is, of how you need to be doing your job, you go down to a 3, and that is a warning. So what's your warning? It's okay. It's just a reminder to do the right thing about what your job is. If we have to talk to you again and you're still not taking care of your job and what your responsibilities are, you would then be pulled aside from your table group for chill out time, where you'd sit by yourself so you can kind of get it back together, try to refocus on what your jobs are. And if you have to be pulled away for chill out time, that means you're going to have a 2. And a little bit worse than a warning, but it's still recoverable. You can still have a great art class, still get your artwork done. You might just need some time by yourself to get it back together. Now, if we're still having problems and chill out time did not work, you are not able to recover and come back to work with your group, that would be taking you down to a 1. And at a 1, we're going to be making parent contact. I have a behavior note I will send home with you, and I'm also going to take a picture so that if you don't hand it to your parents, I will email it to your parents to make sure they understand what's going on in the art room and what we're having trouble with. We hate to have to do that. We hope to only tell your parents great positive things about how things are going in related arts, but sometimes that's what's necessary, and you need your parents' reminder to do your job and do the right thing. So at a 1, parent contact, that note will go home. If we continue to have problems in here and that note was not enough, I will call home and talk to your parents or talk to them in the car line. Quite convenient since I see a lot of your parents every day outside. But just wanted to remind you what your responsibilities are. Up on the wall next to our rules and our do your job, here you can see that I have made this little sip cup for the beach over here, and that has your first offense. If you lose a point, that's your warning, so that would be your 3. The second thing is chill out time. That's when you'd sit by yourself, and I would give you time to pull it back together and be reminded of what you need to do, and that would take you down to a 2 in your finger count. And then the last thing, remember, parent contact. If you go down to a 1 on your finger count, that's when I'll be making the note home. Okay? I have different spots in the room where you could sit if you need that chill out time. I also wanted to show you, this is the letter that I will be sending home to make contact with your parents. And so we would hate for this to have to go home, but if necessary, it's going to happen. Okay, so it's over here by the door. Now, one of the good things I'm going to do again this year, if you are doing just an awesome job in the art room and you have been extra kind or extra helpful or just really taking your time to be creative, I'm going to do Awesome Artist again this year. And the Awesome Artist Award will be given out when you're in line. And I will keep track of who's had it throughout the year. And it might be, thank you for being so helpful. Thank you for taking time to be creative. Whatever it might be that I think you deserve an Awesome Artist Award, I'll fill that out and send it home with you. So this year we have such great opportunity to have a great year. Make some great art, do your job, be kind and respectful, and most of all, think like artists, act like artists, and I can't wait. It's going to be a great year. Thanks, y'all.